just wanted to apologize to you guys in advance. This video is really long. It's honestly because it is an update from a few months combined and from a couple of different days. I just filmed and updated you guys and then waited until some of the other updates came up and then updated you guys with the rest of like the information and with more information about some other stuff. So I just wanted to apologize for this video in advance with it being over an hour long. I do apologize, but it is all of the updates on where we've been, why I haven't been posting anything, and hopefully now that things are kind of starting to die down, I can get more content out here. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hey you guys, it has been a while. If you missed my update on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, I had filmed a few things with some updates and things like that, but I hadn't been able to edit them to get them posted. We just became really busy, and then we got COVID, so we all just pretty much slept all day for about a week until we started to feel better. So I did let you guys know on Instagram, hey, I know I haven't posted in a while, but we just got COVID, so this will be all of the pregnancy updates and just updates in general. So, as some of you guys know, Riker has been having a lot of issues with his stomach. It started a little over a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago now at this point. A year ago, a little bit over a year ago. We had gone to a birthday party at a bowling alley, and he'd eaten a burger, and he just had assumed that his IBS was acting up. But each month he started getting more and more pain, and was eating less food than he originally already was with his IBS. So that didn't help. Along with that, it took almost a year for symptoms to get bad enough to the point where we were going to the ER once a month for about 4 months. And they just kept assuming it was his IBS and didn't look into anything. And then we went into the ER another month later, and Riker was in so much pain that he was crying and screaming in the waiting area because of how much pain he was in and was having a hard time breathing. So that was a couple months ago, month and a half ago, almost 2 months now. And They finally did a CT scan and an ultrasound on him to kind of figure out what was going on, because this was the 5th month in a row where we had gone to the ER because of this kind of pain, and nobody had done anything about it. And I was starting to get annoyed because I was tired of them telling me that it's just his IBS. They found gallstones in his gallbladder, so that's, great. And like I said, he's been having this pain now for a little over a year, and we had assumed it was IBS just like they did. But then when it started getting really bad to the point where he couldn't breathe and he couldn't move when he was in pain, it just got to the point where I was like, I don't think this is IBS anymore, and I think something else is wrong. So that's why after 3 months of them telling us that it was IBS, I just was like, no, like, I kind of started to get annoyed with it. And then we went that last month where they had told us that it was IBS, and I just was like, no, I'm fucking done with this. And then I rushed him a month later to the ER, and they finally decided to look at it. They gave him something for the pain. We now have a date to talk to a surgeon to talk about surgery or what we can do to remove the gallstones. Riker doesn't necessarily want his gallbladder removed, but we've been trying everything we can to have him pass those gallstones, and it just isn't working. So at this point, removing his gallbladder might be the only thing we can do. Along with that, about 2 weeks after we found out that Riker had gallstones, we all ended up getting COVID. Riker and Becky got it a day before me. Becky had kept saying that her throat was hurting, and a day before that she'd ended up swallowing a button, and it was kind of pokey, so I had just assumed that it was from the button that she had swallowed. And then Riker came home from work saying that he had had a headache all day and that he didn't feel good and that he had been coughing a lot. And Becky had been complaining of a fever and feeling hot. So we got a couple of COVID tests, and theirs came back positive. As, it says it takes 15 minutes for the test to go through, but as soon as the dye went through, you could see both lines on both tests. Mine came up negative on both the tests that I took, because I took one, I got a different brand than Riker and Becky, and I had taken one that same night, and mine came back negative. So I just thought, oh, I'm negative, I don't have COVID. But then that night I had started to get a symptom. So, but I had just chalked it up to pregnancy because it's a normal pregnancy symptom. And then, so I tested the next morning because I woke up feeling like crap. I was having a really hard time breathing. I was coughing horribly. So I decided to retest, and it also came back negative. So I will never trust that brand again. I don't even remember what brand it was, but it was one that I got at Walmart. So I'm never trusting that brand again. Becky had a fever, a sore throat, a runny nose, a really bad cough, and she was fatigued. So she slept literally all day, every day. Like, she only ate every so often. Thank goodness she wasn't throwing up or anything. But Riker had all of the symptoms of COVID. He had headaches, he had fever, he had chills. He had congestion and runny nose. He had a really bad cough. I think there's one more. I honestly can't remember. Fatigued. He was very fatigued and tired. And he just kind of slept all day too. But he was also vomiting. So that was great. I was just nauseous, in and out, kind of like pregnancy. I mean, better than pregnancy, but at least the beginning of my pregnancy. I had a runny nose and was congested. I didn't have any headaches, but I did have a cough. And then shortness of breath. And that is all I had. Like, I had barely any symptoms, thank goodness. So Riker was out of work for a week, which drove me nuts. So the apartment was already in pretty bad shape and was already pretty dirty, and then we got COVID and it just got a lot worse. So I told myself as soon as we got better, I would make a plan to clean the apartment. Along with that, my sister's wedding was happening the day after. My stepsister's wedding was happening the day after I found out that I found out Riker and Becky had COVID. And my mom had texted me that night and was like, you need to be ready by 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I just was like, I'm not going to the wedding. Becky and Riker have COVID. And I was waiting for my test to load at that point. So I was like, and I'm still waiting on my results. Like, I didn't lie to her. And my mom had just sent back, you guys don't have COVID. There's no way that you guys would have COVID. You were over here yesterday. And it was like, yeah, but yesterday she was complaining about a sore throat. And I just assumed it was the button. And now that now that she has COVID, like, I'm starting to rethink that that might have been the start of her COVID. And we were only over there for a little bit, and we had pretty much stayed away from, we were more than 6 feet away from my family, so they wouldn't have gotten infected anyway. So I took a screenshot, I took a picture of Riker's and Becky's COVID test and sent them to her and said, they just took these. 2 lines means positive. They have COVID. I'm not going to take my sick daughter who has COVID to a wedding. And I wasn't even planning on going to the wedding anyway. And then we just so happened to get COVID. It was with Riker and Becky, their symptoms started the day before that we tested. It started the night before. So they had it the night before, and then we had tested the next day because they were feeling like crap. So that was great. And then everything with my pregnancy. So we did the anatomy scan at 20 weeks, right? And we had gotten the gender in an envelope so that my mother could do a little gender reveal for us, to find out what baby was, since we didn't do a gender reveal with the first one because I just wanted to know. And then I had to wait a whole extra month and a half to even find out that she was a girl. So they were completely understandable about that situation because I was told I had to wait another month, and then when we went in that month later and I was told I had to wait another 2 weeks, they understood. They were fine with us just telling everyone. So we did a gender reveal this time, a little one. If you guys saw that, it is a boy. We do have a name picked out. We've had this name picked out for a while, since before I even got pregnant. So I'm not going to say the name because I want to reveal it after we have him. So anytime Becky says it, if she says it, I will have to I'll have to cut it out, which is completely fine. My next appointment was my 24-week appointment. Baby was sounding really good. If I remember correctly, his heartbeat was 130. I think it was in the 130s. I honestly can't remember. And I lost all that other footage, so, which kind of sucks. And I found out that I weighed 105 pounds, which I am so proud of myself because with Becky, when I had her, I was only 103 pounds, maybe a little over 103 pounds. And when they weighed me at my 24-week appointment, I was 105.8 pounds. So he's a big boy. I'm gaining a lot of weight, and I am really proud of myself. Even though I was throwing up, I think this anti-nausea has definitely helped because even though I was throwing up a ton in the beginning of my pregnancy, they gave me that anti-nausea pretty quick. So I've still been throwing up here and there, but it's more so when I've eaten something. And then the next morning, it was like, no, yeah, that didn't agree with me. So I throw up whatever didn't agree with me, which I'm totally fine with. But this last time I threw up, I had a banana split for dessert at my parents' house with mint chocolate chip ice cream instead of just chocolate, and I kind of slightly regret it because the next morning, it had agreed with me, it was really good, and then the next morning I threw up the little bit of mint chocolate chip ice cream that didn't agree with me, and it was only a little bit, thank goodness, but it did not feel great coming up, so I don't think I will be doing that again. Or maybe I just ate. I think I ate too much of the mint. So, let's see. Along with that, at my 24-week appointment, they, hi baby boy. Baby was measuring 3 days behind when we did our anatomy scan. I'm hoping that he's kind of back on track, but because it's only 3 days, they're not too worried or concerned about it. But when they were looking at the heart at my anatomy scan, I guess the images that they got didn't really show the right side of the heart very much. And so they need to go back at this next appointment and look at his heart again to make sure that everything is growing properly and that it's functioning properly and all of that. So we ended up scheduling 2 appointments this time. My 26-week appointment, which is the one for his ultrasound, and then my 28-week my 28-week appointment, which is the glucose appointment, the 1 hour one, which I'm not excited for, but I do just want to get it over with. So I'm glad that we're almost there. I am a little bit more concerned about it this time around because with Becky, I did the 1 hour one, and then the results were kind of inconclusive, so I had to do the 3-hour glucose test, which sucked, and those came back inconclusive, so I had to do the 3-hour glucose test again, so I had to take that one twice in the span of 3 days. It was horrible. So I am a little bit more concerned this time around because I really don't want to go through that again. If I have to do the 3-hour one, I have to do the 3-hour one, but I don't want to do it twice. I would prefer not to do it, but if they can't figure it out within the 1 hour one, or we get inconclusive tests again, I have no choice. So I just want to make sure that baby will be okay and that we don't have any gestational diabetes. I've been pretty healthy this pregnancy, but baby boy has been wanting a lot of sweets. So luckily I've been snacking on the sweets every once in a while. It's not like an everyday thing. Like a couple months ago, yeah, I was eating sweets multiple times a day, every day. And then as we got closer to knowing when the glucose test is, I've kind of been having a lot less sweets, kind of preparing myself for that, but at the same time, now that we are feeling better and Riker has gone back to work, I made myself grab my planner and the to-do list that I was doing really good with keeping up with while I was working, and then I quit and things just happened. Along with that, so I noticed that there were it was the 21st of May, so it's just a few days ago, but I wrote down on a couple of sticky notes, you have a week to clean the apartment, and then you can keep up with it that way. So I put my planner right next to me. On each of the days, I wrote what Riker's schedule was, or if he was off. I wrote down all of the appointments that we had in the next few weeks. And then on the to-do list, I have 7 days. So each page of the to-do list is a different day. So I wrote day 1, clean the bedroom, wrote down everything that I needed to get done at least that day in the room to at least get it mostly clean on my side. Day 2, kitchen. Day 3, Becky's room, which is what we did today. Day 4 is the living room and the bathroom are not very dirty, so I did put them on the same day. And then day 5 is to finish what I didn't do either in the kitchen, in the bedroom, bathroom, living room, Becky's room. We got Becky's room done completely today. And what else did we do? And I kind of just kept up with the kitchen today. I ended up finishing the kitchen yesterday. So I ended up starting it and finishing it. There are a few things that I need to be taken out of the kitchen, but that can't happen yet until we get everything to the storage unit that's going in there. So there is that. But everything has a place right now. Everything's looking really good. I did let Riker know, if you make a mess, you clean it up, because I'm done. Like, I don't mind keeping up with it, but, like, I need you to do your share, so if you make a mess, just clean it up. I did let my daughter know that if she makes a mess and she needs help cleaning it up, she needs to come get up, like, one of us, because I'm tired of stepping in something sticky or in a spill, and it just drives me nuts. So, day 1, the bedroom did not go as planned. I woke up pretty late. This pregnancy just has me so tired. Because Riker's been getting off at midnight lately, and I have been going and picking him up since our car is expired. We just keep it at home. And he's just been too tired and exhausted and in too much pain to walk home. I don't mind picking him up, but then I don't go to bed until 1 o'clock in the morning, which normally is fine because that's just me in general. But lately I haven't been waking up until like 11:30, and Riker did not wake me up earlier. I think that might have been Sunday, actually, if I'm being honest. Let me check. I know, that was Saturday. So, I had woken up really late that morning. So I woke up about 11:30, almost noon. And I had I'd gotten up out of bed, I had eaten some breakfast, I had gotten Becky settled, and then I had taken all of my clothes out of the closet to get started on that, because I had a couple of bins that had all my summer clothes, and now that it's summer, I need those clothes, because a lot of them are pretty baggy or bigger, so I can wear them pregnant. And then I wanted to put all my winter clothes away, and in those bins. So I had started going through my clothes, what I wanted to keep, what I wanted to give away, and then winter clothes that I was going to fold. So I had 3 different piles where it was keep in closet, give away, and then winter and or being folded and put away. So I had gotten through all of that day, but Becky was being really needy and wouldn't let me do anything. So I got through the clothes and I was able to sort through all of them, but I wasn't able to put them on hangers like I wanted. I wasn't able to clean my side of the room so that I could get all of my pants and sweats and I don't really have any shorts, but sweats and pants and leggings. I wasn't able to. I was gonna clean my side of the room after I had gone through all of my clothes and folded all of the winter clothes, or all the clothes that I was gonna be putting away for now. And I was going to finish cleaning my side of the room so it was pretty and neat, so that I could put my pants and my socks and my underwear and bras and all of that stuff into my dresser. And then that just didn't go to plan because I was barely able to get through all of my clothes in the amount of time. And then Becky had ended up spending the night at my parents'. And I was there longer than I planned on. I was just gonna come home and make myself dinner and then finish my room. And I ended up staying at dinner. I ended up having dinner at my parents' house just because dinner was almost done. And then I had made a comment about how I needed to go. And my stepdad made a comment about how my mom's getting ready to do dessert and how I should just stay for dessert and spend a little time with them. So I ended up staying a lot longer. Another 2 hours after that, which drove me nuts. So I dropped her off at 7, and then I didn't get home until 9:30. So there's that. I was really annoyed, but I did manage to get through all of my clothes, which was good. I have a bag that has all the stuff that I am donating and getting rid of. They're all stuff that I had from junior high and high school. And I went through a lot during that time, so a lot of those clothes are things that I didn't even wear because it reminded me too much of a situation. So there is that. I went through a junior high and high school were rough. So a lot of those clothes I didn't fit, so I just, as soon as I look at them, I just throw them to the donate pile. I'm going to have almost no clothes at this point, and I really could care less because what else am I going to do? I did end up cleaning the entire kitchen. It looks beautiful and nice. I actually have a table to sit on now, and to have dinner at. Yay! I've been eating in my room and causing a lot of crumbs, so I'm kind of done with that. And then today we got through Becky's room, part of the closet, all of her clothes. We went through her dresser. What else? Tomorrow is the living room and the bathroom, which I know I can get through. So once I finish with that, I am going to continue to just kind of keep up on the kitchen when I can. I've been doing some hand dishes here and there today because I didn't get through that yesterday because it was past 10 o'clock by the time I had finished the kitchen. And you can't make any noise after 10 o'clock, so I did. So I did quite a few dishes today, and then I might do some, actually, I'm going to take a bath, but I will do some more dishes tomorrow, some more hand wash dishes tomorrow, and then kind of sparingly throughout the day, I'm going to wash towels tomorrow and get those drying, because that's the other update I haven't told you guys. 2 now at this point. Our dryer broke, so I have to contact my uncle who works in appliances and knows how to fix stuff, and or can get me a new free dryer. Maybe not a new one, but a free one that works. Or at least he can come over and fix it if he needs to. And then, 3 actually. Our faucet in the kitchen broke a little bit before we found out that Riker had gallstones. So that's great. I need to contact my landlord. It's been 2 months now at this point. It's driving me nuts. But our balcony is a disaster, and I don't want to get into trouble. I really don't. I don't want to get into trouble with having my entire balcony filled with stuff. So I have to get those to the storage unit as soon as possible, because I really need my faucet. And I'll probably show you guys tomorrow, but I really need it fixed because it is broken. Like, can't fix, need a whole new faucet. Which is just fabulous on my part. 2, I'm hoping you guys can hear these videos because my phone broke. Sorry, let me rephrase that. My microphone broke, and nobody can hear me when they call, so I have to have earbuds in. I don't have any earbuds in, so I'm hoping when I rewatch this, I can hear it, because if not, I will have to redo this video tomorrow, and I really don't want to. My phone is starting to glitch, so I need a new phone. Fabulous and wonderful. I only have these phones for like 6 months, 8 months, and then they just like up and randomly break. I haven't dropped this phone a whole lot, so I don't understand. And I don't drop them from very high either, and I haven't dropped them on concrete. It's literally been like 5 less than a foot off of, like, less than half a foot. It's been like 5 inches off of my bed, and it hitting carpet. So I don't understand how my phone is broken. Tomorrow is day 4, so, and tomorrow is Tuesday, so Wednesday it'll be a finish / pickup type of day, so I will be finishing my bedroom that day, definitely trying to get through all of that and kind of keeping up with the kitchen and the living room. And then with that. And then day 5. Oh, tomorrow is day 4. Yeah. So day 6, which is Wednesday. What is today? Wednesday, I will be finishing my bedroom and getting all that situated. And then Thursday, I will be finishing whatever I haven't finished at that point. So whether that's hand washing the dishes, folding clothes, because that is part of my room and part of the bathroom course, because I have clothes that have to be hung up and folded in my room, but the bathroom is where we have like all the towels and stuff like that. So I'll see what I can do. I might just start doing clothes tomorrow as well, and kind of getting them with all my other clothes that need to be hung up and or put away, so that it'll be a smoother process on Thursday or Wednesday and Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday will probably be finishing my room and hand washing dishes. And then Friday is a finish and pick up kind of day. So if I haven't finished tasks again for the 3rd day in a row, then that's what I'll be doing. But if I finish everything that I'm supposed to, then it'll just be a pickup kind of day, making sure I go throughout the house, putting dishes in the dishwasher and or hand washing them if they need to be hand washed, picking up garbage, picking up random clothes, putting loads of laundry in, things like that. So that is my update for you guys right now. A lot of stuff has been going on, but I am feeling good, and we're getting closer and closer to baby boy, so I'm really excited. If I'm able to edit this video with no issues and you guys can hear me, then this will be out in the next few days. The 26th, we definitely have a lot of stuff to do, so we have 2 appointments that day. We have a pediatrician appointment for Becky at 9 a.m. And then at 11:40 a.m. we have my ultrasound. So the 26th, I will probably do another video just kind of catching you guys up. I am going to go charge my phone because it's about to die and take a bath before I have to go get Riker at 11:30. So bye. Guys, so I was planning on showing you guys this the next day after that video, but we ended up having to take Riker to the emergency room, and we were there basically all day. And then things have just kind of been hectic. So this is what I mean by broken. It is like completely broken. We can't even like fix it. It won't stay. Like, it came clean off, if you can tell. So we kind of have to hold it a little funny. This is what the kitchen looks like now. I'm still kind of picking up, but I did end up cleaning it. I just need to go through cabinets and drawers and all of that and vacuum all of them out. And then all of the counter areas should be cleaned off. The other issue is we still have to take a whole bunch of stuff to storage still. And I'm still waiting on doing that. But I kind of have to wait until a day that Riker's off, unfortunately. And he doesn't get many days off because they had demoted a lead and fired a lead and all the other leads, supposedly because of school, even though the school year's done with, they can't work the night shift. So he's stuck working the night shift. We can't do it during the day and before work because he's either in too much pain before he goes to work and still ends up going, or it's a day where he's not in pain and he just wants to relax before going to work, which I completely understand. And then on the days that he's off, we're busy running errands or we don't have gas. So we now have gas and our car is full. But I'm still waiting on a day for him to be off. His brother just had his second baby with a different woman, with his girlfriend. So we are going to go up and see them on Tuesday when he's off. I can't remember if we're doing anything else that day. I'm not sure. But Wednesday is my glucose test. And then I will be officially in the 3rd trimester, which is crazy. We have a countdown for baby right now. And I think we're looking at 11 weeks and 2 or 3 days. I think I already explained this a few times, but I am not allowed to go past 39 weeks because of how small I am. So baby will be coming at 39 weeks or before. So we are going to try to induce labor around 35 weeks, or start at least trying to induce labor. We finally went and saw a surgeon about Riker's gallstones, or gallbladder. And honestly, the wait to see him was longer than the damn consultation, but whatever. He just asked him a few questions relating to his pain and his eating, well, not really his eating habits, but asking to see if like certain foods make it hurt worse or make it feel better. Same with like liquids. Everything right now is just kind of irritating his stomach, and the pain meds are starting to not work anymore. Probably because we took so long to get him an appointment and to begin with, because he's just always constantly working. That's the other thing. On days that he's off, we have all of these doctor appointments, both for him, for me and baby, for Becky. It's nuts. We try and fit it all into one day, and it's not really a day that he relaxes on. So his surgery is scheduled for the 29th of this month. So it's still about a week and a half away, maybe 2 weeks. I can't remember the exact number now. It was 2 weeks from when we from the consultation appointment. So it's a little bit less than a week now. Well, it's like a week and a half, roughly, away. I think my mom is going to end up watching Becky. But if she can't, then Riker's sister and his mom will end up watching her. Because they don't work. I mean, my mom's not working right now either, but it's kind of harder with my mom because I don't know when she has job interviews and stuff like that. Whereas my sister-in-law is a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't work at all. And it's more likely that she'll be home rather than my mom. So, same with my mother-in-law. She doesn't work at all. Typically she goes out and does like running around, but Rachel, his sister, is always home. So typically there's always someone home to watch Rebecca. And she even stated that if my mom can't watch her on that day, then they will. I know what else we're doing on Tuesday. I just remembered. Riker has to get some blood drawn before the appointment, so we're going to go and do that Tuesday. They said to do it anytime within the next 2 weeks before the appointment, so we're going to go get blood work done, probably, I want to say before we go see the baby, although I don't know if he'd really want to go see the baby. The issue is, I don't know how long we'd be at his brother's. So, and they live, we will at least spend a couple of hours there, at least 2 hours at his brother's, getting to know baby, all of that, and just kind of talking to them. It'll probably be a lot longer than 2 hours. They also live in Salt Lake somewhere. I honestly can't remember. The exit is one of the most difficult exits to get off of, which drives me nuts. And I'm just worried that if we don't do the blood test first, that we'll end up coming home and then them being closed, so. But I don't think he'll really want to hold the baby after getting his blood drawn. Not that it really matters, because they just take blood out. It's not like he's getting in, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's staying in an ER and he has that tube thing in his arm, so I don't think it'll bother him as much, but I'll have to talk to him about it. And then Wednesday, we have my glucose test. I already said that. I have to be up by 8 that morning. I can't remember if I can eat anything before I take it, but I don't think I can. I think I have to fast. I think that's what they said. Other than that, my appointment's at 9:20 in the morning. So at about 8:15-ish, I think I'm going to start to drink that wonderful drink. I chose lemon lime, and I'm kind of worried that I might have chose the wrong one. I wanted a good tasting one, but I couldn't remember which flavor it was, and they let me choose, and I just chose lemon lime, and I'm slightly regretting my decision, but I can't back out now. I have to arrive 15 minutes early to get my blood test, so I have to be there at 9:05. Should I start drinking it at like 8:05? I think I might start drinking it actually at like 8:10 and then try and get there at, I don't know how to do this anymore. Either way, I'll figure it out. We have to be there by 9:05, which I'm not excited about. And I have 5 minutes to drink the test, or to drink the drink. So the bottle, I swear, is bigger than I remember it being. Hopefully, I don't end up having to do the 3-hour glucose test, because I had to do it twice with Becky, because all 3 times the levels that they drew, they like came out weird. So, and it wasn't until like the second time I did the 3-hour glucose test where my blood work came back fine, and then they determined that I didn't have diabetes. So, yeah. Did you finish picking up your toys?
I didn't.
Okay.
I need some help. I got some garbage on me. This on me.
And then I don't think we're doing anything else. On Wednesday, I'd have to check my planner to see if we're doing anything else. But, I'd have to check my planner to see if we're doing anything on Wednesday. But we have my glucose test, and then on the 24th, we have a birthday party for my stepdad, which we're going to. And then the 29th, we have his surgery. I will be in the waiting room all day until they are done, and then I can see him. I'm not gonna lie, I am worried and stressed about this surgery. On the piece of paper, it says 3 to 5% risk of complications. He said that was wrong. He said that there's less than a 1% chance, but I don't know if I really believe that right now. I'm trying to stay positive and think that nothing's going to go wrong and that everything will be okay. And then hopefully we can focus a little bit more on this pregnancy than we have been able to. Everything lately, these past 3 months, has been actually since February. Everything since February has just been kind of about Riker's pain, and then finding out that he has gallstones, and then all of that aftermath. We haven't really been able to focus on this pregnancy as much as I wanted, and I feel bad. I'm trying to get the rest of what I need for baby boy, but it's kind of hard because of the bills that I had to pay, and I still have to pay the rest next paycheck. I don't know how I'm going to do that because it's only Riker working, and due to his pain, sometimes he can't go in, or he ends up leaving early, so we're not getting as much money as we could. And I'm hoping after the surgery that'll stop. But who knows anymore? I just... not what I want to focus on. And then on the 7th of July, we have a follow-up appointment, which is a week after his surgery. We would have done it 2 weeks after his surgery, but unfortunately, the surgeon that's going to be doing the surgery will not be in office on that date, and they didn't have any other availability. So the 7th, a week after his surgery, they're going to see how everything's going, all of that. And then July 15th, 16th, and 17th, a day after I turn 33 weeks pregnant, we have my family reunion, which I didn't think I was going to go to this year, but last year a whole bunch of people were asking about me and our family, and that's like the main reason why we're going, is because people were asking about us. I think I'm just going to stay around my mom the entire time. It is a family reunion on my stepdad's side, but nobody talks to me, or at least nobody did all the years before. And the last time I went was about 2 months after Becky was born. Yeah. Month and a half after Becky was born. And she ended up, my parents ended up leaving that family reunion early to go home. Something with my mom. And they ended up taking Becky with them because it was too cold for her. I couldn't keep her warm. And her bottles froze. Like, the water froze up there. So that wasn't fun too. And I tried to keep the water as warm as possible. So there's that. I'm glad I won't have a newborn this time. I mean, it wouldn't matter if I did, because we're getting a hotel room this year anyway. My parents are getting a hotel room for us. Am I a little bit worried about Riker, since it'll be 2 weeks after his surgery? Yes. But if Riker isn't feeling good, then we'll probably most likely end up going home early, so it doesn't matter. Or if we get to that point, it might just be, we'll go on this day, and then we won't come any of the other days. The only issue is for the raffle that we do every year. The kids get fun toys, and adults get like blankets, quilts, cookware, kitchen stuff, things like that in the raffle. And then the kids get toys and stuff like that. The only issue is in order to claim those toys, you have to be there. So you can't like buy your tickets, write your name on the raffle tickets, and then go home and then expect to get your toys. If you're not there, they will call somebody else. So I want Becky to have some toys this year, but I can't really do much. we kind of have to wait for Riker and see how everything's holding up. I am starting a new job in October. Because cost of living is expensive. And it's getting a little bit harder with bills. So, you know. There's that. What was I gonna say? After that, baby will be born in August, so there's that, which is so crazy to think. In just a couple of months, baby will be here. You're asking why I'm doing this by hand. The sewing machine that I got 4 years ago that I've never used is broken. I have a few things to make for my jewelry stuff and for the stroller. And I can't even use my damn sewing machine. And I can't use it without the bobbin. And the thing that winds the bobbin and puts the thread on it isn't spinning at all. So this is my update for now. I can't remember if there's anything else that I was going to show you guys. But I am going to just put all of these videos together, call it good, put it out, and if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want to help me, if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, please do. I will put that down below. But if you guys want to help me get the rest of the stuff that I need for baby boy, that would be amazing and awesome. We are still going through a hard time, and lately with paying bills, even if we're staying on top of it, we always end up with negative in our account. So there's that. Everything's just been kind of stressful lately, and this two bedroom apartment is too small for us now, and we desperately need a house, and that can't happen anytime soon because everywhere is so expensive, and it's just crazy. So, not only that, but I am now part of a lawsuit against the OBGYN that I had with my daughter, because he has a lawsuit against him from multiple women being sexually abused. So, and he did it to me too. So, there's a lawsuit going on. I'm waiting to hear more information about that. I can't give any details about it, but I'm so glad I switched doctors because I have not felt uncomfortable with them once. Not at all have I felt uncomfortable with them. The only time I felt uncomfortable was with one of the ultrasound techs, and it was only because she was rude. But I ended up talking with the doctor that I saw after her, and just kind of let them know that she was rude to me. And she hasn't been my ultrasound tech since, so. Oh, I don't know if I updated you guys on baby's heart, but baby's heart rate, baby's heart rate was 146. So it was higher than what it was all the other times that we checked, because all the other times that they checked it was 128, which had me nervous, but they weren't concerned about it at all. So his heart rate is almost 20 beats per minute more. So.
Is this one too small?
Yes, dear. Okay, put them away. But the chambers looked good. The right part of his heart looked like it's doing everything they can, or it looks like it's doing everything that it's supposed to. The ultrasound tech was like, everything looks good on my end. And in my opinion, no, it's too small. And they said that they would give, once my doctor reviews it, they will let me know more. She can't really say much since she's, we did 100% confirm that little man is a boy. He's definitely a boy. So, we are now just, hi. We are now just waiting for all my other appointments. But I won't know more information until Wednesday at my appointment. But everything is doing good so far. Little man is so active, especially while I'm sitting or laying down. That's when he wants to flip and move and kick and hit all the time. Becky has felt him more now. Riker's felt him more now. I feel him all the time, which is amazing, and I can't wait for him to be on the outside, for Becky to meet him, and so I can soak in all of those newborn snuggles. I know it's a little selfish of me to want those, but since I carried him for 9 months, but he's been on the inside where I haven't been able to really see him, and haven't really been able to feel him unless he kicks or he flips. So I can't wait to see him and what his personality will be. So I'm so excited. I think that's about it. I think that is it. But I will put all of these videos together, get this up, have it be an update, and then I will film us on our way to my 28-week appointment, and then here soon, actually, my appointments go to every 2 weeks, so that's nice. But I will probably update you guys after that appointment. on how that goes. And then anything else I might need to say at that point in time. But thank you guys for watching and for listening and for just being here and supporting me. Even though I haven't been doing a good time, I haven't been doing a good job at posting videos since there's been a lot going on. And videos keep getting deleted. But I do appreciate you guys. So, I will see you in the next video. Bye. So I promised you guys I would add a little bit more to what we've kind of been going through. So about a week after we found out my husband has gallstones, we ended up getting COVID. So I only had a cough and a sore throat and some congestion, but Riker and Becky had all of the symptoms of COVID. So we just kind of slept all day, every day. And Riker was out of work for a week due to COVID. And then his pain has just gotten worse and worse, and we haven't been able to get a handle on it, even with the pain meds. So it's been a lot of things. We finally have his surgery scheduled, which is for the 29th of this month. I have been trying to get the apartment cleaned, and it hasn't really been working out. Not only that, but I have been feeling really bad lately with the fact that we haven't been able to focus on this pregnancy since February. And I found out I was pregnant in January. We went from don't think about the pregnancy too much to yes, we found a heartbeat, you are pregnant, everything's looking great, to my husband's in pain, why is he in pain, to going to the ER once a month, to going to the ER twice a month, to going to the ER a few days in a week, every other week, to finding out that he has gallstones. And we haven't been able to focus on this pregnancy since February because of his pain. Which makes me feel horrible. I'm excited about this pregnancy and I'm excited about this baby boy. But it seems like nothing can go my way, and I don't know how to fix it. And I don't know. As I was editing this and was putting everything together, I realized that I did forget to mention the other thing that has kind of had us on our toes and has been something that we've kind of had to watch out for is Becky has had a lot of random bloody noses. At first we couldn't figure out why. We couldn't tell if it was because she was picking at her nose or putting something in there, or if it was just because of the heat and it being dry, until about a few days ago when we were cuddling. She had taken a nap while I was on my bed. She wanted to snuggle. She woke up and she had looked just fine There was nothing on her face, nothing, and then she went like this, and there was blood all over her
nose. My nose.
there was blood all over her finger, so I had to lay her down and tilt her head back and had her hold something so that the bleeding would stop. So we did find out that it was honestly just because it was really hot in the apartment, so when it's hot and dry, she gets bloody noses. The first bloody nose she had scared the crap out of me because it was just so random, and it was all over her, literally all over her, all over her shirt, over her hands, her entire half of her face was covered, down her neck. It was some on her pants, on her socks, some on the floor that I had to clean up. It was very bad, and I just had kind of watched her since then, and then we finally found out what it was. So we kind of keep the temperature lower, and now that it's summer, the temperature's lower anyway in the apartment because it's so hot. But other than that, that's the other update I had. I just wanted to add it, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.